Hello and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today we're looking at the Ferrari Collection Magazine again. This is magazine number 13. We are looking at the, let's make sure we get this the right one, the Ferrari 288 GTO. It is the 288, okay. I'll make sure I get that the right one. Do have a model car, 143 scale that comes with this. I will have a look at that one in more detail at the end. But I am going to go through the magazine and show what's involved in this magazine and then have a look closely at the car. So in this particular magazine, they look at the competition model, so the 250mm. The production model is the 288 GTO 1984, which is what the model here is. Single seaters in this particular one is the first F1 Ferrari 125 F1. We do get a model of that later. And the poster is of the same car, the 288 GTO, a mid-engined powerhouse. Now, I would say somewhere along the 250, probably a coupe and or they'll be coming up soon, but a 250 Ferrari 250 or the 288 GTO or a 512BB be some of my favourite ones, besides the F40, of course. All right, so classic racer in the immediate post-war period, Enzo Ferrari was not only keen to win races, but also sell cars. With the 250mm, he created a model of sports drivers who, indirectly, would become the marque's best publicists. So I'm not going to read everything in detail. If you want to have a look at this, pause the video, read over from the camera here, and move on when we get ready. So the engine was a 60-degree V12. Would have sounded nice. A 2.953, 0.21cc, so let's say 3 litre. With 240 brake horsepower at 7,200 RPM. It's a aluminium body. Okay, tubular chassis, 4-speed plus reverse, rear-wheel drive, of course. Maximum speed, 225 to 250. I love how they got the to 250, so they're not locking it in. And they made them between 52 and 54. Very nice. At ease on both the road and the circuit. It's a nice looking 250. I think it's the one that has the less of the coupe that I actually prefer, the one that actually has a boot in it. You get quite a few 250s in this collection. Yeah, Pininfarina's debut. Very nice. The 288 GTO 1984. In 1984, Ferrari developed a Grand Tourer derived from the 308 GTB, but with a bi-turbo engine that was able to push out 400 brake horsepower. Created in the intention of featuring a new race series, the GTO did not actually compete at all, but still became an instant classic. It's very nice. Why is it a bi-turbo and not a twin turbo? Someone can let me know in the comments down below. Budget delivery. When designing the 288 GTO, I traced the lines of the future GTO on a 308 and quickly created the bodywork at 1:1 scale. Drawings of the 288 GTO came after the prototype was approved. Yeah, well, it does look very similar. It just looks like they've got that little bit extra at the back. I can't get this next page. That's the poster page, that's why. Okay. There's the poster. Still haven't taken any of these out. Not going to. Unless some miracle I get a massive garage that I can put some of these up. I don't think I'd do that. I'll just put them on the shelf. All right, acceleration to 100 kilometers an hour, 4.9, and maximum torque of 50.6 kilogram /m per meter. It's an interesting way of measuring it. Okay. Maximum speed, 306 kilometers an hour, 190 mile an hour. and maximum power of 400 as opposed to the 250 GTO. Oh, it's got a nice interior there, like that. That's a classic look, very nice. I do like the GTO though, but I think I'd almost prefer one of these if I were to be driving it. Then again, if I'm going to own one, I'm not going to drive it. I'm too afraid of scratching it. So it has a 90-degree V8, 2.855. So, would you say that's a 2.8? A 2.9? Would they round that to 3 litre? I don't know. 400 brake horsepower at 7,000 RPM. And there were 262 of these produced. The engine incorporated a 90-degree V8 engine that was substantially modified compared to the unit fitted in the 308 GTB and GTS. This power plant in the GTO was the fastest production car in the world in 1984, with an overall capacity of 2855cc. Each cylinder was about 360cc, while the fuel was fed with 2 IHI turbochargers with a maximum pressure of 0.8 bar and a Weber Marelli electronic ignition integrated with a fuel injection system was derived from the 126 Formula One car to improve cooling in the mechanical parts. The underside of the tail was left naked, as in competition models. Yeah. Do you know, it wasn't too long after this one came out that the F40 was also released. Wasn't that only like a few years later? Was that 88 or something? In the aftermath of the Second World War, motor racing was revolutionised by the establishment of regulations that paved the way for Formula One competition. Ferrari had a car ready to take on its rivals. Isn't Ferrari the only manufacturer that's been in the Formula One the whole time? I think it is. I think I heard that. Supercharged 280 brake horsepower power plant. Nice. 60-degree V12. Yep. This one here says 230 brake horsepower at 7,000 RPM with a maximum speed of 240 or 149 mile an hour. Numbers produced, unknown. Okay. Next magazine in the Ferrari collection is the 158 F1. During the early 1960s, Ferrari often found itself playing second best to an array of pioneering British marques. With the 158 F1, however, the 1964 season turned out to be a championship-winning campaign for John Surtees and Ferrari. So I'll show that one off in the next magazine, which will be next week. Let's have a look at the model car in more detail. All right, let's get this focus. I do love these 3 stripes down the back, the ventilation from the rear. It's nice. Nice wide wheels on these as well. Underneath, it's upside down. Yep, just Ferrari 288 GTO 143 made in China. Got your 4 pipes out the back. And what's that meant to be? Is that meant to be where the gearbox is? Hanging out the back? Maybe. Alright, GTO on the back there with a prancing horse. I love those lights. And Ferrari up there. The ventilation stuff. It's quite nice. Window is open on this one though, and you can see the interior has a full metal, I guess that's gated shifter. The steering wheel has Ferrari emblem on it, and I'm not going to be able to get that to focus. Let's try, yeah, there we go. And silver on the mirrors. You got badges on the sides. It's a nice looking car. Actually, that's really well done. I love how the lights are in there. Alright, can we get that to focus? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's that classic look. Beautiful. Beautiful model, this one. We also have the, is it Ferrari or Pininfarina? What do they have on the side on these ones? I don't remember. I can't read that. Trying to get it to focus. Too difficult. I'll put it on the turntable and have a look. Thanks for watching. A like, comment, subscribe, all the rest. We'll be back next week with the Formula One from 1960. Cheers.